Welcome back to the Mountain Morning Show. We are joined by the folks from the Park City Education Fund and also Triumph Gear Systems. How are you all this morning? How's your weekend been? Great. Pretty good? This is how you're starting off your Monday morning. Good. Super early for us, but we are grateful to have you guys here with us to, I think, celebrate what is the Park City Education Fund and what you guys do with Running with Ed. And of course, these sponsors and involvement from the local community that really makes it happen, because I think oftentimes when we arrive at things like this, we enjoy it, we're in the moment, I think we forget that it's due to businesses like Triumph that actually make this happen. So to begin with, let's go down and do the introductions. We have Pat Coward, he's the president of Triumph Gear Systems, and then second in line we have Craig Boynton, he is a test engineer, and then we also have Jen Billow, of course, from the Education Fund. And so let's begin first. Pat, give us an overview of what Triumph does. You guys are one of the biggest employers in Park City. That's incredible.
That is correct. No, we're an aerospace manufacturer located here in Park City. So we make gearboxes, actuators, do repair and overhaul for all types of aircraft and aircraft parts.
Excellent. How long have you guys been here?
We have been here since the late 80s. So
no kidding.
About 1988 we built the facility. It's that facility across from Home Depot that everybody asks what it is. It's not the motorcycle facility. It actually makes aircraft parts.
That's incredible. Great. Well, let's talk a little about what your guys' involvement has been and what drew you first to being involved in Running with Ed.
Okay, this is our second year, and our corporation, the Triumph Group, which is located out of Berwyn, Pennsylvania, actually challenges all facilities. There's almost 60 different facilities within Triumph across the country and in foreign countries as well. So each facility is challenged by the WINGS program to go out and support the community. So they support us with money and also our employees to go out and do things for the community as a whole. So Running with Ed was a perfect fit. This is our second year, and it's been a great relationship so far, and we look forward to it again. Craig has been the leader for getting together teams from our facility at Triumph.
Well, Craig, I know you ran last year.
I did.
How did that go for you?
It went good. I'm not a big runner, but that's the cool thing about Running with Ed is you don't have to be a runner to participate in this event.
Tell me about your team. How large was your team?
We actually had 20 people run.
No kidding. So that's what's so cool about it, is you can get as little or as many, I think, like that you want to.
And we had, I'm more of a cyclist. I like to bike, but run occasionally. So it's a great event, and the fact that a non-runner like me can go participate and have a good time, as well as we had some really good runners. We've got a guy that works for our company that does Xterra events and does
I bet that was helpful for your team total.
yeah, they helped out.
I want him on my team. Nice.
So we had some competitive teams, and then we had some that were just out for a good time, and it was a good mix. It was nice to get the people from the plant commingling with people they don't normally get to hang out with. So
tell me, what was it like for you guys to be involved in a cause that you knew was going to go directly back into helping kids and the community learn?
That's pretty cool. It's nice to know that somebody's not getting their pocket stuffed by you out running in.
Right. And I think oftentimes we don't know. We're like, because there's so many races going on, so many events maybe that you might think are similar, but this it's going to go to the right
where
place.
the money's going, and it's helping the kids and the community and stuff, which is nice.
And Jen, let's talk more about that with Running with Ed. Where do these funds go? What types of programs do they assist with?
So that's a great question. The race last year raised about $230,000, and right now, in fact, we're in our school grant cycle. So at the end of this month, we all the principals, we ask all the schools to turn in requests for grants, and these are bigger grants. So the Author in Residence program at the high school, where we bring in a top-selling published author every fall, that's a $12,000 program. They usually ask for that at this time of year. The Smart Music at Ecker Hill, so this is an online music program, so you can practice to your computer and it plays it back for you, and so the kids can really hear if they're playing right, and it saves time in the classroom later. So the first year at Ecker, it's the first year of music, everyone's learning Mary Had a Little Lamb. How many times can you hear that play wrong? I really admire that band teacher.
Oh, wow.
So you can play it into your computer, and the music program has progressed so fast because they can do that. That's almost almost a $15,000 program. So it's those big grants that are requested at this time of year. Running with Ed raises the money for that, and then we fund that next year. So it's a fantastic to have sponsors help cover the costs of the race, and then more of the money comes back to the grant programs.
Oh, we have just, gosh, we're halfway through March. These are due when?
The grants?
Yes, you have till the end of March?
To the end of March, yes. So all the teachers and principals are aware. So each of the 7 schools in the school district can ask for up to 5 grants, and the principals grade them, 1 through 5. So usually at the high school, the top grant might be the Author in Residence program, because that's a pretty big program there. It might be for equipment, it might be to try a new curriculum in the school. It just depends. And so, yeah, those are due March 30th, and we usually get about $300,000 in asks, and then we fund, anywhere from $150,000 to $200,000, depending on how much we raise.
Right. So that's up to you guys.
Yes, exactly.
And people like Triumph to help that happen. No pressure, guys, to get that rolling forward. But like I said, this is your second year being involved, and I think like Craig mentioned, you're more of a cyclist, but you did this because you thought it was a good cause. But for those who, like you said, maybe are kind of on the, I'm not a runner type, but I want to help with some training. You guys do have some training programs kicking off. Tell me about those, Jen.
Yeah, we do. In fact, we have an 8-week program that starts March 23rd. It's actually 8 weeks out from the race, and we have a beginning training program and an intermediate training program. So like Craig mentioned, in this community there's non-runners, there's runners, there's ultra, there's people who run the whole 38 miles of Running with Ed, which to me is crazy, but great for them. And so that starts the first day of the beginning training program is stretching. So that's, pretty much everyone can do that. And then you do a little run the next day. So that helps get you into shape for the race. And the training program really is geared toward getting you ready for maybe a 5K up to a 10K, because that's how much you'll run depending on the legs. So I don't know, Craig, if you ran the UOP leg up the UOP, but
yeah, who had to do that one? That's what I want to know.
We actually had some volunteers that wanted to do that one. So,
oh, that's good. You had a good team then, if you have people volunteering for that part. I like that. Cool.
Yeah.
And I'm curious, how many, you said you had 20 last year?
Correct.
How many this year? Do you guys know yet?
I've got 22 signed up, so we may have to form a 15 this year.
Are you running again? Or
I am.
Oh, yeah. Well, good for you. So it didn't scare you. For any of those who haven't done it before, he's going back. He's going to do it again. And I'm assuming, what's your team name? Would you just go by Triumph, or do you have another name?
Geared to Win.
Geared to Win. I love that. That's cool. Awesome.
That's
excellent. Well, last of all, Pat, share with us, why do you think it's so important for companies out there that are finding a cause to be involved in, why they should consider something like Running with Ed?
I think it's just your best way to give back to the community. Obviously, Running with Ed has been huge. Education is what supports all of the employers around here to support us with jobs. We have a lot of high-tech jobs within our facility, so we're looking to support something that'll, bring those employees for the future.
Yeah.
And what better way to spend it on the kids?
It makes perfect sense for what
Yes.
you guys are doing. Exactly.
Absolutely.
Remind us where we can find more about you online.
www.triumphgroup.com.
Okay.
And our facility will be one of many on that website. But it's a huge company that really supports the whole aerospace industry, doing just about everything. We could almost build an aircraft other than engines and avionics. So we're just one piece of that here in Park City.
That's incredible.
Yes.
That's neat to have your guys' involvement like that. And then Jen, remind us where we can find out more about Running with Ed and to register.
So runningwithed.com, it's all right there, registration tab. It's super easy this year.
Can we also find it through the Park City Education Fund?
You can go to Park City Education Foundation. That website is PCEF for kids, the number 4 kids, and you'll find the Running with Ed tab, and that will take you straight to the website. And it's very easy to register. I have to say, I went in to talk to Triumph earlier this year, and their employee bulletin board was already covered in Running with Ed sign up and paraphernalia.
That's amazing.
So that was awesome. It's a pretty
that.
interesting facility. It's pretty, you have to, there's a lot of security with the aviation and things, but we're really happy they're here because our students can come back to Park City and get good jobs. And so it's important to support companies like Triumph to stay in Park City and give our kids a good education so they can go work for companies like Triumph.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much. Having all of you here was great. And good luck as you train moving forward, Craig. You ready? You feeling energized and ready to go? For a Monday morning? Sure. You're going to go out and run after this, right?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I'm going to go to work.
Oh, okay. Yeah. You can ask. I'm sure support
exactly.
that.
Run back
It's
to
for
work,
the
right?
kids. It's for the kids, right? So you'll be okay.
Yeah, we gotta go.
All right, well, thanks so much, you guys. We're going to go to a commercial break. When we get back, we have so much more, including Tom Kelly from USSA joining us towards the end of the hour about an update on Team USA.